What is up, XRP and crypto community? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. So since my first video about 4 hours ago this morning, crypto is absolutely pumping. I'm going to talk about why that is. There's a lot of current events and I want to cover all of that information. Let's hop right into it. Just a little bit of coffee. So you can see here on the Bitcoin hourly chart, in the past 4 hours, Bitcoin has been actually surging, going from this morning around 43K, already up 5%. Just broke 46K. Something pretty interesting to see here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So this shows how much of the market cap of the total crypto market is Bitcoin right now. And we have all-time highs on the Bitcoin dominance chart going all the way back to 2021, almost 3 years ago. It's kind of crazy. 2024 to 2021 has been 3 years. It's been really fast. And Bitcoin dominance surging, it's not good for XRP. It's not good for the altcoins. But the way that the market works is Bitcoin pumps, and then once it hits a local high, then the altcoins start to rally. So yeah, this isn't great directly for XRP, but it is good because Bitcoin raises all ships. And after Bitcoin cools off, that's when you see the run-up rally for XRP. XRP is currently at about 57 cents. But one thing to keep in mind about XRP is that when XRP moves, it is very violent. Okay, so one day you're going to wake up and XRP could easily be in the 70 cent, 80 cent range. Another metric I want to point out, I've talked about this months ago. This to me is the most important indicator for when the next bull run is on. This is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust discount or premium to net asset value. So essentially right now what this means, if you can see this, negative 5%. That means that any institutional investor, anyone with big money, talking hundreds of millions, billions, can buy a Bitcoin through Grayscale for a 5% discount. At the beginning of 2023, it was a negative 45% discount, meaning one person could buy a Bitcoin for basically 50% off through this Bitcoin trust, right? They're not going to be buying it off the spot market. They're not going to be pumping the price of actual Bitcoin because they can buy it through Grayscale for half off. Now we're at negative 5%. And you can see when we had this crazy bull market back in 2021 or back in 2020, the premium was way higher, right? So no one was buying Grayscale Bitcoin because they could buy it off the Grayscale, buy it off the Bitcoin spot market, buy it off the actual market and pump the price. And when the Grayscale went to a discount, no one's buying Bitcoin. Big money isn't buying Bitcoin because they can get it cheaper through Grayscale. And we're seeing since 2023, 2024, it's going back towards the positive. And once we see this in the premium range over 0%, that's when I'm going to be bullish again. If you guys need a spot to get crypto, I recommend Uphold. It's sleek, it's simple, it's secure. You can find a link to Uphold in the video description below. And if you want $41 for free to get some more crypto, sign up with Webull, deposit 1 penny, and you're guaranteed $41 in free stocks. Sell your stocks, close your account, get some more XRP if you want. Definitely check out Webull in the video description below. So the SEC is doing stuff that makes me think this Bitcoin ETF is imminent. Typically, before these products get listed, the SEC comes out and they warn of risks, and they provide a lot of informational research about these products. The SEC is issuing crypto FOMO warnings. They say no go to FOMO. Just because others might buy a particular investment, it doesn't mean it's the right opportunity for you. Learn more about finding out what's right for you and your investing goals. Yes, crypto is very volatile, but that has its positives and negatives. A great quote is, "Volatility is the price you pay for the world's most appreciating asset." The Great Depression, the stock market tanked like 30%, I believe. In Bitcoin and crypto, you'll see 30% dips on altcoins in one day, which is really hard for people to stomach. However, you'll also see 100% pumps in one day, and you won't find that in the stock market unless you're in leverage. So volatility is the price you pay for the world's greatest asset. And Gary Gensler, our favorite government employee, is speaking out. He says some things to keep in mind if you're considering investing in crypto assets. This came out just a few hours ago, 3 hours ago. And this is the kind of information that I see published before they make legislation on crypto assets. 20 million views in just 3 hours. He says those offering crypto assets may not be complying with applicable law, including federal securities laws. Investors in crypto asset securities to understand they may be deprived of key info and other important protections in connection with their investment. Investments in crypto assets can also be exceptionally risky and are often volatile, like what I was just talking about. A number of major platforms in crypto assets have become insolvent or lost value. Investments in assets continue to be subject to significant risk. Fraudsters continue to exploit the rising popularity of crypto assets to lure retail investors into scams. These investments continue to be replete with fraud, bogus coin offerings, Ponzi and pyramid schemes, outright theft where a project promoter disappears with investors' money. This is the kind of tweet that makes me feel like a Bitcoin ETF and maybe an Ethereum ETF are ready to be approved because they're providing this information to the public so that when these products come out, they're well equipped to make decisions on them. And then more institutional capital. This came out. BlackRock reportedly readies $2 billion in capital reserve for mobilization upon Bitcoin ETF approval. Right here, $250 trillion. A recent Citi report confirms crypto will play a big role in the future. Future of cross-border payments from Citigroup. Who will be moving $250 trillion in the next 5 years? The world of cross-border payments is at an inflection point. As the ecosystem is shaken up by new competition and technologies, there will inevitably be winners and losers, and I would sure bet on Ripple being a winner. All players must remain nimble and adapt if they are to retain their market share and thrive. This report examines the challenges and opportunities. This fierce level of competition in cross-border payments is unsurprising given the rewards they offer. There's a race emerging between new entrants and existing players, often with new business models, to seize a slice of the cross-border payments wallet. A lot of the times we talk about XRP and Ripple capturing the entire market. That's not a key point. $250 trillion market. Just a small percentage of that market would do wonders for XRP. And the more money that's printed and the more technologically advanced the financial system becomes, the more money that's going to be going across borders. Interesting here, this guy is the CEO of Matrica. Matrica is a platform that improves performance and reliability of decentralized networks. And this guy mentions the flip of the switch. He says, from the Goldman Sachs 2023 Fall Digital Assets Conference, in the technology section, a lot of speakers agreed that a lot of technology and infrastructure for institutional adoption has now been built. And we sure know that Ripple's built a lot of that, which was an obstacle previously. The flip of the switch now depends on regulatory approval. And yes, XRP has a little bit of regulatory clarity in the USA, but there's still a long way to go. This was really interesting to me as well. The Department of Justice, which some people speculate the US government is the people behind Bitcoin and behind crypto. Satoshi Nakamoto has never sold one of his coins. He has a $6 billion fortune. Who would have a 6 million X gain? That's what Bitcoin did. It went from a penny to $69,000. A 6 million X return, 600 million %. Who would hold that and not sell one coin? So a lot of people speculate Satoshi's really the government. And they confirmed they have 120,000 Bitcoins at a cost basis of $71 million. Now, a lot of this Bitcoin came from criminal lawsuits and busting organizations like the Silk Road. They pretty much just confiscated and stole this Bitcoin. And their $71 million investment into 120,000 Bitcoins is now worth $5.4 billion. Jay Clayton, the guy that brought the lawsuit against Ripple, oh, the irony and hypocrisy. Listen to what he has to say about these Bitcoin ETF approvals.
What happens with Bitcoin? Is the SEC going to sign off on a Bitcoin ETF, you think?
I think approval is inevitable.
Imminently?
And I think there's nothing left to decide.
I know.
And I credit the SEC for where they are. Where are we? We're comfortable with the disclosure. Joe just went through the cost of investing in a Bitcoin ETF. People need to know what the cost of doing it is. They need to know, about the underlying Bitcoin market. Is the Bitcoin underlying trading market something that is what I would say is robust enough, efficacious enough, where you can rely on it? It is much better today than it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, there was wash sales, there was laddering, there was all sorts of things that you wouldn't want to make available to the general public because of that risk. And the last thing, and I think this is missed, is the technology to actually provide the product, the custodying, the create, the redeem. This is a big step, not just for Bitcoin, but for finance generally. If you can digitize, tokenize underlying assets and trade that way, that's a potential significant change across finance.
So he's talking about if you can digitize and tokenize real-world assets on the blockchain, which is what Ripple is specializing in doing. Yes, they work on cross-border payments, but Ripple does a lot more than just cross-border payments. Think about Amazon. They started in a garage selling books. Now look at Amazon. A lot more than just selling books in a garage. Ripple right now, they specialize in cross-border payments, but in the future, I believe they'll do a lot more, specifically in the realm of tokenizing real-world assets on the blockchain. And it's ironic that Jay Clayton's talking about that being this technological innovation when he's the one who, on his last day as SEC director, brought this lawsuit. So exciting times to come for crypto, guys. We'll see how this pump goes. Wow. Bitcoin just broke, at the beginning of this video, just broke 46K. Now it's about to tap 47K. Jeez Louise. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Thanks for subscribing. God bless you all. Until next time.